Hey everybody, Just Jesse here, welcoming you into my garage, my man cave. Today is Thursday, April 9th, 2020, and it's still raining here. I love the rain. Contrary to a lot of people who get down and gloomy in the gray weather, I enjoy what it brings. I enjoy the life that the water brings to the earth, to the grass, to the animals. I enjoy the smell of the air when the water falls and hits the ground. And I could go on and on about the rain, but today I want to talk about running a race and passion. And Hebrews 12 talks about running a race with passion, purpose, and perspective. So why don't we get into that? Looking at Hebrews 12, Paul starts by developing a story, a theme of endurance. For example, in just the first 3 verses, Paul teaches us that passion is persistence. But looking back at Hebrews 11, Paul made it clear that the people that made it because they were passionate about their causes. Paul also compares our lives with a race that we should run with endurance if we plan to finish well. But in order to run with endurance to finish well, we are to be persistent about it. In order to have persistence, we need to have passion for it. And in order to have passion for something, we need to have a purpose. When racing our own races with a purpose and not just aimlessly, how do we gain that purpose? With the perspective Paul says, he says to consider these 3 things to finishing well. The first thing would be to consider the people before us, those who ran the race before us. That's for us to learn. Since a great cloud of witnesses gone before us, we must be serious about finishing well. That's in verse 1. Also in verse 1, Paul talks about considering ourselves. So once they've gone and finished well, it's now our turn to run the race and watch out for the pitfalls. We must give up every burden that would prevent us from finishing well. Just lay it down at Jesus' feet. It doesn't matter what race you're running. It's not a physical race. Like the race of life is what we're talking about, and what hinders us is what we need to give up to God every day, if that be the case. Just lay it down at Jesus' feet and get rid of it. And the last thing that he tells us to consider in order to finish well is in verses 2 and 3, and it's to consider Jesus. Now, Jesus ran his own race. He endured hardships like every one of us, and he fixated his eyes on the prize like we're supposed to. So now it's our turn to follow his example. Now, I know I've watched a lot of races in my life. Some have ended good and some not so good. But because of them, I got to see what struggles people had and what to look forward to avoid in my race. Now, I don't dream of running just a good race. I know that I was made for so much more than that. So I need to follow Jesus' example and be better than average, since, well, all of us were created for more than average. We were created in the likeness of perfection. God's image is what we were created from, and so in order for us, we need to strive to complete that. I know in my life that average has been what I've looked for my comfort. Like, the most comfortable thing in the world to me is to be able to not have to go out and not tell people about Jesus, to not get on a video and tell people why I do what I do, to not be accountable. So part of running my race is being accountable. And I was accountable for 2 weeks, 14 days, and I missed a day yesterday. And I was really kind of down on myself for it because I really have come to enjoy making a video and just uploading it just for the sole fact that I was accountable. I got into the Word, I learned such a great thing, and then I was able to put it online for anybody who could use it. And missing that yesterday kind of messed with my whole day. Like, everything was slightly off because of that. So the key to that story is that I didn't let it defeat me. I came back today. Today is just like I started over. It's another brand new day. Every day is another day. It's not day 15 and I only made 14. It's day 1 of day 1. So I am excited to make any of these videos because I get to teach what I learned through what I read. And in that, like, if you know anybody that's struggling or needs a little bit of help, needs a hand up, go ahead and share this video with them. If this will touch them, go ahead and get that to them. If you like what I'm talking about, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe, hit that little bell button if you want to hear get my videos every day of when I post them. But really, I mean, I'm here for not only to learn what the Bible says, but I want to help other people. So thank you guys for coming and listening to me today, and I look forward to being with you again tomorrow and every day. So just keep coming back to my little man cave where we can hang out and talk about the Bible. All right, guys, have a good day.